I'm putting my neck on the line. Here are 10 January transfers that are going to do well and 10 that are going to flop. Starting off with the good deals. Aston Villa's move for Marcus Rashford, I think that's a top deal. That'll work out. Donyell Marlin as well to Aston Villa, I think is a really, really good signing. Man City have signed Omar Mamouche, and I think that is a great signing as well. 33 goal involvements in 26 games for Frankfurt. I don't see it not working out for him. He already looks razor sharp. Burnley have signed Marcus Edwards. I think that's a great deal. Player who's played in the Champions League, scored in the Champions League. I think that's massive for Burnley. They need someone who can make a difference up front. Middlesbrough, Morgan Whittaker. What a signing. I think he's one of the best players in the Championship. I think that's a magic signing for them. They've also signed Illing Jr. Samuel Illing Jr. on loan from Aston Villa is a massive signing. This is a guy who's played for Juventus in the Champions League. Sheffield United have signed Ben Brereton Diaz. I think that's a top signing. I think he's a Premier League quality player, but maybe they get the best out of him in the Championship. He's returned there, and I think there's goals already for him. Kvaratskhelia has gone to PSG. I think that's a top signing. He's one of the best young wingers in world football. Anthony to Real Betis, I think, is a really good signing, and I genuinely mean that. And Wickham have signed Adam Reach. I think that's a big signing for them, pushing for automatic promotion. Adam Reach is a top quality player, a player that's probably playing below where he belongs. He is a Championship quality player. Bad deals. Tottenham have signed Mathys Tel, and I don't think it's going to work out. The player obviously does not want to leave Bayern Munich. He stated that he didn't want to go to Tottenham. He was waiting for talks to come through with Arsenal, with Man United, with other teams, or maybe for Bayern Munich to say, hey, we're going to give you a shot. Didn't happen. I just don't see it working out at Tottenham. I think there's a lot of negativity around Tottenham at the moment, and for a young player to go in there when you don't really want to be there, don't see it working out. They've also signed Kevin Danzo, and I think there's a lot of pressure on this guy because Tottenham can't seem to keep centre-halves fit, and I just don't know if he's got the ability to do what Tottenham are expecting. They're expecting him to sit there and play along an 18-year-old Archie Gray. I don't know if that'll happen. Maybe he'll play alongside Dragusin or whichever of the centre-halves are fit when they are fit. Crystal Palace will sign Ben Chilwell. Don't think that's going to go well. Can't seem to stay fit. AC Milan have signed Ricardo Sottil. Every time I've watched Sottil, just nothing, no end product for a striker or a forward who has managed to get himself a massive move to AC Milan. I don't see it working out. West Ham have signed Evan Ferguson. I think Evan Ferguson's a quality player, but I think his momentum has slowed so much I don't see him rediscovering it. Dortmund have signed Carney Chukwuemeka. I think he's a good player, but I don't think Dortmund's the team for him. Dortmund are going through it at the moment. They've just sacked their manager. I think they're all over the place, and it's a difficult place for him to go in and try and get into that midfield. I mean, you've got Pascal Gross, you've got Emre Can, you've got Julian Brandt. You've got these players who I don't think he'll displace. I think it's a really difficult time for him to go there, and for such a young lad, I don't see it working out. Hull have signed Louis Barry. I love Louis Barry. I think he's brilliant. I think he should have stayed at Stockport for the end of the season and then tried to make a fist of it in the Championship next season. I think this just kills his momentum. He was on such a good streak, and I don't know if Hull are the right team for him. Como have signed Dele Alli. I really hope this works out for him, but I just don't see it. He hasn't managed to play a game in years. He can't get fit, and Como, whilst being an up and coming side, Cesc Fabregas, some great players have come in. I don't know, I think it's a really tough league to go in and start playing straight away in a team that's maybe not as good as the rest in that division. Juventus have signed Lloyd Kelly. That is some pressure to put on Lloyd Kelly. He's going into a massive club. I just don't know. It doesn't feel right for me. They've had injury crisis, and that's obviously why they've gone and got Lloyd Kelly. But is he the player to make that step from the Premier League and maybe not playing so much this season with Newcastle all the way to Juve? Don't know. Not for me. Aston Villa have signed Marco Asensio, and this is a guy who had the world at his feet, and he's 28, 29 now, and his career has just come to a standstill. Every time I watch him play, he looks bereft of ideas. He looks like he doesn't know what pass to make next. He can't shoot. Something is up with Marco Asensio. I don't think it's the right move for him. We'll see. All of those players are, they're right on the edge. Could be great, could be bad, and you're going to have your opinion on him, but no, those are the ones I can see. Those are the players that I've watched and I feel like I can pass comment on.